And the fifth experiments in mechanical engineering department. Okay. I have seen someone is again playing with the recording. It should not happen. Okay, if I next time see, I'll just depart that particular person from this laboratory. Now the fifth experiments which we'll be doing will be in the foundry section, and this will be experiment with the metal casting. Okay, in foundry, say typically foundry means will be giving a shape of a component with a molten material and solidifying it. But since your job is defined, you know what is the shape of the things you have to when you cast your job with the molten and resolidified material. So first thing you have to somehow create a cavity, and this cavity you do it in a mold box, and typically it will be with a green sand for your case, and with a pattern, wooden pattern, you first create the cavity, core and cavity both. Okay, it will be a two-phase thing. One will be go into that, and there will be something to pour the molten metal. So typically for your molten metal, we can use different metals and alloys. But for your experiments, we will be doing aluminium. So there will be separate electric furnace which will melt the aluminium alloy, and then we'll pour the molten aluminium into the mold that we will have to create. Okay, students used to create the mold, two part of the mold. Okay, and then in a mold box, and then once they put the molten material, and immediately because of the compared to the bulk, they will quickly solidify and it will cool down. Then we'll bring the material out of the mold box and see how my casting has come, the product has come. So this is in order to do these things, we have to follow a procedure. We have to learn something, why such equipment is there, some tools are there, why such practices are there. Okay, so different steps for doing that thing, why this is required, and finally we'll end up with some demonstration when actual making a mold and eventual casting. Okay, this is what you learn at your foundry practices or casting thing. Okay, so these are the 5 experiments we will be doing with mechanical engineering, and 6th onwards you will be moving some faculty from electrical engineering will be taking over. I am Professor P. Shaha Professor of Mechanical Engineering, will be taking your class from mechanical part. Okay. Now, so every day you have one of the laboratories subsequent weeks, but B is when you are online, don't think everything I would listen. Okay, so please ready with a notebook and pen or pencil, whatever. You may have to draw something, you have to note down something which may not be available in a lecture, or if you have things in your hand readily, probably even some point you will quickly remember. Okay, this was done. Otherwise, you'll forget after a while. Now, this lecture, what I'm telling the even after subsequent hours, it is getting video recorded. The beauty of Teams is there. The recording will be available on a later date, but it will be available only for 3 weeks. Okay, so recording will be available for 3 weeks, and within the 3 weeks, of course, you can download that thing and keep it over there. Okay, and so we in these things on a particular topic we'll have PowerPoint presentations as well as some videos. We'll running the videos on the screen, it will come. We'll share, because whosoever demonstrate, he would share the screen and everyone, all of us will be able to see it. And it will be followed by certain queries when this theory PowerPoint and then followed by video link. It will be followed by certain queries, but for a class of say around 90 students, it will be very difficult to answer everyone's things. There is a raise your hand, something like if you look on the top on Meet, there is something called raise hand. Okay, your hand small logo is there. So you have to click on that if you have any questions. But remember, those who have joined late, during the class, you have to mute your mics. Raise your hand, then things. Otherwise, you can give your feelings something like this. You are in a chat box, some queries. You can give a chat box. In the, if possible, we'll do during the class hours, or later on after, when you are not online also, we can, so our team can answer some of those queries and try to satisfy you to the extent possible. Okay, now friends, how will you be evaluated and eventually graded? Because this is completely online class of a theory. You can do it on offline, online also, but virtually a practical doing something is even more challenging for us also. But how will you going to be evaluated? So of course, for evaluation, will may give you some different forms. We have in mind, department to department, it may vary for this kind of laboratories, but definitely this kind of things will maybe having some online test, even some vivas, means face-to-face oral questions, so that really you know how much that kind of thing. So, and because earlier days, your seniors may, they used to produce something even for their, for jobs. The part you fabricate, for that some marks used to be there, but here there is no scope. Okay, so we'll be having our own methods of doing. Okay, and typically these particular things, 50% of the load may be on mechanical and 50% may be on electrical. But for so far as mechanical part, your section is concerned, and others also across the section, all 10 sections, okay, who are doing this semester, will maintain an uniformity of uh, what you call evaluation all the way taken by various teachers. Okay. So for us, actually, in order to help me, we have a complete team. Say for every topic, every laboratory, we have a group of research scholars who will be helping us. Of course, they are also online. They are not in the campus right now. In campus, these people are not there, but from their home also, they are trying to help the entire teaching process. They are our teaching assistant. Okay, and they are enrolled in the PhD program. So today the Lathe, for Lathe, we have a research scholar, Mr. Joydeep Kundu, okay, who stays near Kolkata. Okay, so he will be taking the Lathe class. Similarly, for milling, we have Mr. Saurabh Misra, okay, who will be again will be online, a place called Asansol near West Bengal. Then we have for casting, we have Shahid Raja, who is in from Dhanbad. He will be running his course. And also we have Ipshita, Miss Ipshita. She will be from near Bhubaneswar. She will be operating. Then again, we have for CNCs, we have Bishesh, Mr. Bishesh Acharya, maybe operating from near, again from near Bhubaneswar, Kotak. And we have also welding. Okay, so we have people who will be working at different places, maybe from near Dhanbad, people will be working. So people are located at different locations. I'm in from IIT Kharagpur itself. Okay, so we'll be working. Today's lecture on lathe will be taken by Joydeep. And for you, although online, every week, I will take your attendance. Okay, your attendance will be recorded on ERP. I will call your name one by one, and you have to that time unmute when I tell, of course, and give response to the attendance. Okay, and if you have, again, if you have certain queries, you can write in Joydeep, today's class, when Mr. Joydeep tells you about the things, gives your presentation and followed by the video demonstration. You can write in the chat box, or sometimes you can raise your hand. We may allow you to speak also. I'm unmuting your mic. Okay. Okay. And all this presentation material and also videos, also in Teams there is a upload facility, so we'll upload that material from your side. You can download, so at your convenience you can again see it. You can see it for a number of times and try to make your understanding even clearer. Okay, so this is how we'll proceed and see how much thing, because this is also running such kind of laboratory in the virtual mode is also kind of an experience for us. Okay, But still, I think it will not be as bad as we had initially thinking. We are giving our full effort. Okay. So I'll take an attendance. Okay. And please wait a bit. Okay. Please.